Jacob Osborne. I'm here for the Cast Iron Chef competition at the Western Montana Fair. And it's a lot of steep competition. I'm hoping I do well.
My name is Jeremy Gebretson. I work for Riversong Gourmet Catering out of Stevensville and Cafe Mundo, also out of Stevensville. Just gathering together today, get these guys some good food, some secret ingredients, kind of exciting, should be a good time. And looking forward to meeting a bunch of people and doing some good food.
I'm Todd Engel. I'm the executive chef at the Iron Horse Brew Pub in Missoula, and we're here to do the Cast Iron Chef. Should be a lot of fun.
My name is Abe Risha. I'm the chef owner of the Silk Road restaurant, and we are cooking in the Cast Iron Chef competition today.
Hi, I'm Bob Zimmerino. I work for Lambros Real Estate, but I'm a retired chef. Had a restaurant here in Missoula for 25 years, and I'm here today to try to hopefully win the contest. You know, I came to win, but I also came to have fun. I think it'll be both. A good time, and I think I have a pretty fair chance. I got some great competition though, so we'll see how it rolls. Bobby Filet. That's me, baby.
This is Gretchen Kirchman with the Western Montana Fair doing the marketing and public relations for the West Lawn Market, and I am here with one of our cast iron chefs.
Bob Marshall of Biga Pizza, and I've got a very ambitious schedule ahead of me. I'm going to try to prepare with my sous chef, Amy Martin. We're going to try to prepare 4 dishes for 5 people, each individually plated. I don't know what cut of beef I have or what's in the mystery box, but I'm just going to use everything that I've been learning for the 42 years that I've been on this earth and try to culminate that into one huge meal that will really wow these judges today. I've got some stiff competition. I'm a little bit nervous about some of them, but we're just going to do the best we can and have a good time with it. Thank you.
Okay, so you guys have $25 in their things. There you go. They've got $25. They've got time to go over to the West Lawn Market and shop. They got in their mystery box a cut of meat. They got salt, pepper, and oil.
That's it?
So everything else is on their own. So they are going to run over here to the market and they're going to shop for all the sides that they need. There they go. They are off.
Woo! Woo! Go, Bob! Hi, you ready?
Okay, so what are we looking to select? We've got tomatoes, cherry tomato.
A pint of heirloom tomatoes.
All right. Oh, look
I'm going to
at
have 5 patty pan squash.
So did you kind of scout this out before the
Of
competition?
course, you crazy?
Oh, awesome. They are baked up, ready to go.
1 nice big eggplant.
Okay. Awesome. Look at this, colorful.
You're eating the edible flowers.
Oh, impressive, impressive. Look at all this stuff. How are other teams doing over there? We have got some commotion.
I'm going to have 2 corn.
Okay, so we've got eggplant, squash, corn, edible flowers.
The patty pan we got, the eggplant we've got, hot peppers. I think 1 Serrano and 1 of those hot wax.
This is so exciting. Woo! So when you go back, what will you be cutting first?
I'm going to be pounding out some beef for roulade, and I'm also working on a tartare, a kebab, and the finisher. And then I'm going to do a grilled vegetable steak, grilled salad.
Oh, that sounds really
basil,
great.
Please. Okay. 1 bunch.
Hey, look at it. We got Bobby over here. He's checking out the competition. What
Bobby Filet. I'm looking for the Italian parsley that I saw over here earlier.
Oh, good deal. Okay, let's head on down this way. We've got a lot of crowd here, a lot of commotion. Oh, look at it. Leslie, what do you got over here?
We have got some onion and some garlic, some basil, some dill, and some lettuce.
Todd, really quick, what do you have? What are you thinking you're going to prepare?
Oh, I think we're gonna do a grilled ratatouille, and we're gonna do a little. We're gonna do an appetizer. We're gonna do a salad, and put some of that really nice ribeye on top of it.
Awesome. How much money do you have left? Plenty. Got plenty. Keep shoving. Good deal. All right. Good luck. Okay, we've got Shane Close and his chef over here. What are they picking out? They got onions in their box?
Yeah, we got onions and potatoes. We got some huckleberries and some garlic, all locally grown. And now we've got some purple basil. We're going to put in nice color and a real strong basil flavor.
You sound like you're a chef. Do you cook a lot at home?
No, I grow all of these plants on my farm.
Oh,
and I'm
awesome.
a sustainable farmer in Missoula, farming the same property my parents bought in 1955.
Awesome. We're so glad to have you participate in the
Thank you.
West Lawn Market during the Western Montana Fair. Really quick from our chef over here.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, what do you got planned for us?
Oh, I got a list of stuff and, you know, a lot of fruits going on here today.
Is it a secret? Are you going to tell us?
You know, it's got to formulate first, actually. You can come back to me in about 5-10 minutes and I'll probably have a better idea.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Phil, how's it look?
We're doing good so far.
Do you have a
getting
good
started.
selection?
Oh yeah, it's great out here. They
Can
did a
you
good
give
job.
us just a sneak peek of what you're doing?
We're gonna do a couple of things. We got to appeal to the salad folks and the meat folks, so we're gonna see what we can pull off.
Awesome idea.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, judges, I want to kind of get the inside scoop. Have you been looking around? What are you seeing? Who are you checking out?
Watching them pick up their ingredients.
Are they doing a good job? Are they eating their colors? Are we gonna have a balanced meal here?
So far, I see a nice balanced meal on that table over there.
Well, I understand that some of them do a little pre-selecting and sorting because some of our farmers market people were handing them bags.
Yeah, it looks like they did a little reconnaissance work before and kind of figured it out, and we're already over eyeing what they were going to use in their dishes.
Ah, good deal. Okay, so what are we gonna be?
It's going to be tough.
What are we gonna be looking for today when we're judging them?
Taste, tenderness, use of the ingredients we gave them in the secret boxes, and use of the ingredients they get from the market.
We want to see how original what they can come up with, because in the boxes was actually just staple items, just beef, oil, a little salt and pepper, and that's all we gave them. So everything else they have to source from the market here, and we're really going to look at how original and what they can come up with on their own with what they're given.
Good deal.
Yeah, we got some chefs working on the end down here.
Ah, good deal. Okay, Brooke, you've been a committee member since the beginning. Do you have any things that you would like to tell us right now?
Well, so far the event has turned out great. We have a lot of observers. The event is pulling in a lot of people. We've had great turnout for the educational vignettes, so far so good.
That is wonderful. This is Gretchen Kirchman with the West Lawn Market happening during the Western Montana Fair. We've had fabulous sponsors this year. We've had the Missoulian, K-Pax, Mountain Broadcasting, SBC, Edible Missoula, the Good Food Store. We've had Montana Cattle Company donate all the beef. It's going to just be awesome in the next competition. Okay, so we're going to check in and take a sneak peek at how our first celebrity chef and their assistant sous chef is working on. We've got a nice crowd over here, so follow me on in.
I have all the money that I had. I gave back to you.
Okay. Then we spent all the money. I think I needed one more.
We talked about
Well, you guys have got quite... So what are we doing over here?
I didn't get the cuts of meat that I anticipated, but I'm essentially going to saute some chard and onions and garlic, and was going to be the center of my roulade. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to trim that ribeye, if I'm going to be able to roll it out and pound it. I'm going to try. Otherwise, we'll use it in some other fashion.
So I heard you say that you spent all your money. Did you get everything that you wanted, or was there something else?
I think I missed out on one slicer tomato, but I think I also overpaid Paula over there a little bit. So I'm going to go see if she gave me the right change. Maybe she wants to float me a tomato, you know?
Good deal.
Thank you.
Good deal. We have got Genevieve King with the SBC as our assistant sous chef over here. We've got Dave St. Dennis from Zimmerman, Minnesota over here as one of our judges. So what are you looking for right now, Dave?
Just technique and just how they're cooking, I guess.
Good deal. How does this compare to stuff they do in Minnesota?
I've never seen one of these done quite like this in Minnesota, but it's interesting.
Well, this is our version of the Iron Chef, and it's totally Montana, cast iron chef. And we are looking to use local sustainable products and really highlight what Montana does best. All right, this is Gretchen Kirchman standing with Genevieve King, who is the director of SBC, and she is peeling some carrots. And I noticed that Bob over here is actually using a lot of our local produce and the Montana Cattle Company margarita mix. Ooh, can you give us a sneak peek at what you're doing?
Well, I'm just going to actually I'm chopping right now, prepping some veggies. They'll be kind of universal. We'll use them in more than one dish, but I just want to get my stuff prepped, and then we'll decide exactly what we're going to do with all of it.
Fabulous. It looks beautiful. Thank you. Shane has already told me once today that he is not the chef, even though I asked him about his cooking ability at home, but he does grow a lot of his stuff on his farm.
We do.
Okay, so did you anticipate these cuts of meat? Yeah. You did, so you are prepared and ready to go? Yeah. Did you spend all your money?
Well, agriculture is the largest industry in the state of Montana, so we figured that if we were going to be cooking anything, we'd be cooking some Montana beef today. And
Well,
some Montana produce, so.
Well, that goes along with our fair theme. I heard it through the bovine, so we certainly wanted to be able to do that for you. Good deal. So what's your next step? You're unpacking?
Yep, I'm unpacking and trying to organize here, and I'm going to just try to stay out of Abe's way so that he can do his job and cook. So I'm going to try to do some prep for him so he can find everything he needs quickly.
And do I understand that we're going to hear you later on the stage?
Yes, I'm going to be performing after the cook-off's over with.
Fabulous. Do you have a certain song that you're going to be singing for us?
Yeah, I'm going to sing some songs that I wrote about Montana, one called Montana Matters.
Fabulous. That works well with our theme. Thank you so much. Okay, this is the first time I've seen fruit, so give us a little sneak peek at what you're doing.
We're going to make we're going to make 2 different sauces. We're going to make a cherry purple basil sauce, and then we're going to make a cantaloupe garlic sauce with dill to put on the plate.
Oh, that sounds so good right now. We've got a great crowd out here. I see the judges are mingling around, watching, looking at the preparation, seeing what you guys are doing. You are the first team I've noticed that has had fruit. Now, did you spend all your money?
I have $2 left. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet.
Hey, that's great. If you need to go back and catch that extra tomato or garlic or basil, you'll be able to get some of that.
Oh, yeah. So, you got some fun stuff here. They got really nice produce at that market.
Did you buy everything from one vendor or did you use multiple vendors?
No, multiple vendors. So,
that would be good deal. Okay, let's check in and see what Leslie over here. Leslie is a sales rep for K-Pax and she's filling in for Jill Valley today. And you are seeding cherries.
I am seeding cherries for, I think, our ratatouille or whatever. It's over my head. Thank goodness I'm just the sous chef and not the actual chef.
All right, so did you have any anticipation for today?
No, I didn't. I'm shocked at how many people are out here. This is awesome. I'm excited. I love it here. And I'm having a good time. I'm sweating.
All right, Larry, so you're sitting over here watching this table with our chef,
Jeremy
and one of our great commissioners over here. You guys look like you're doing a great job. You got knives and cutting boards and all sorts of good things. But okay.
Just keep track of the fingers, that's all you have.
So I have to ask you, did you have any anticipations for today?
No, just fun and fresh food.
All right.
I didn't expect so many people to be watching and enjoying the event, and that's a highlight. I think that's great.
Good deal. So what are you working on right now?
You'd have to ask Jeremy. He has 2 things in mind, one an entree and one the the appetizer. And he told me, but it escapes me.
Good deal. Well, we're so glad to have you participate. Thank you so much for representing the county commissioners here during the Western Montana Fair. This is the first day of the Western Montana Fair in 2009.
Yes, it is.
Good
It looks
deal.
like it's off to a good start.
John, how's it going? Look at this. We got sauces out. Oh my gosh. Pretty, colorful. Oh, look at how fast he's moving around. Okay, give me a sneak peek at what you're doing.
I am going Southwestern. I'm going to do a grilled corn puree with a strip steak, Southwestern rub strip steak. And then we're going to do grilled potatoes, and we're going to do an heirloom tomato salsa with some Anaheim chilies on top. And that's about it. We're just going to
I noticed that you're using some Montana Cattle Company, Missouri
Yes,
River.
I actually had a chance to taste all their rubs today, and it works out perfectly with what I want to do. This is a really spicy and really excellent rub, so we're going with that, the Missouri River rub. It's a superb product.
And I see you got some Smoke and Berry jam.
Yes.
That must be made here locally in Missoula, Montana.
It is, and I'm actually going to use that to kind of sweeten up the salsa a little bit. Just it has a little bit of chipotles and some raspberries in it. It's like a nice sweet raspberry with a little smoky chipotle kick.
Look at this. You've got corn, raspberries over here. John, how's it going? What are you doing?
I am preparing everything for him so that he can actually really prepare it.
Okay, so a few weeks ago I came to you and said, will you be part of the West Lawn Market during the Western Montana Fair in 2009? Did you have any expectations?
I thought I was just going to come and watch, but now I'm actually digging into this knee deep, and I'll be waist deep and then neck deep here in another half hour.
That is fabulous. Well, we will move out of your way and let you guys continue. Again, their mystery box contained 2 cuts of beef, salt, pepper, and oil. They had to get everything else from the farmer's market, which is across the side. We've got a wonderful crowd over here. Let's check in with some of our crowd right now. So tell me, what do you think of the West Lawn Market?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. Yeah, I love seeing all the people here and all the different things to learn about.
Now, are you from Missoula?
No, I'm not. I'm from West Glacier.
West Glacier?
Yes.
That's fabulous. We're so glad to have you
I
here.
came
at the
here
West Lawn
just for this today.
You did?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
we're so glad. What's your first name?
I'm Ann.
Ann?
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming out.
You bet.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good deal. John, I'm going to check in with you next.
He kept getting it smaller and smaller and plane smaller and smaller and smaller, and he finally just redrew the plans and called it a cheese board because it wasn't a big cutting board by the time he was done. So it depends on who make a mess up.
Look at this. This is incredible. I don't think I've ever seen garlic sliced. So incredible. That is really neat. So where'd you get your training from?
Just through working, actually.
So are you originally from Missoula?
I moved to Missoula in 2000, went to the School of Business and got a business degree, and then just kind of migrated to the kitchen fields, actually.
That is fabulous. So today, during the day when you're not at the West Lawn Market, during the Western Montana Fair here in Missoula, Montana, what are you doing?
I cook for a catering company now, and I also do a supper club a couple times a month up in Stevensville area, and whenever people let me cook, I pretty much take advantage of it.
Garden.
Yes, how are you guys?
Good. This is Gretchen Kirchman with the West Lawn Market here at the Western Montana Fair to kick off the 2009 fair. And I have got the Woolly Locust Farm and Garden now. Tell me what it's like when the chefs and sous chefs came through and started picking out their product.
It was actually pretty exciting. We've been really looking forward to this. It was pretty neat because they were walking around and looking at the produce earlier and writing their notes. And so many years ago, I'd been a chef in Newport Beach, California, so I've been on both sides of the fence. So they came by and bought some of our Thai basil and some of the herbs and peppers, and so neither one of us knew exactly what to expect today, and so it was kind of exciting because they didn't know what they were going to be cooking, and so they had to pick with what we had and trying to match up with what they didn't know what they were going to have. So it's been a fun day out here.
Okay, so I have to ask, did anyone select any of the zucchini that we see over here?
A couple people did earlier, but they weren't the chefs. They were fair goers, and we've sold quite a bit this morning, and so did other folks.
Good deal. Well, I'm glad. Thank you for participating in the West Lawn Market. Will you do it again next year?
Definitely. Yeah, we're looking forward to next year.
Thank you so much. Gretchen Kirchman with the West Lawn Market here at the Western Montana Fair, and I am speaking with
John Jovetich, yeah,
Okay.
and my son Nick.
And it's hi Nick.
Hi.
How old are you?
I'm 10.
10. What do you think of this competition?
It's actually really exciting. I think I just like the smell really.
Okay, so what was your best seller today?
Scallions, lettuce. I think those are the top two. Those scallions. A lot of people love the scallions. Yep, they go for the scallions.
Okay, so how important is it that the chefs are choosing local products in what they're cooking?
Oh, it's great. I mean, everybody here is, giving a little bit to the community, and doing it with the local produce is the way to go for the fair, especially.
This is Gretchen Kirchman with the West Lawn Market during the Western Montana Fair, and I'm here with Paula Scoggins in her booth. What do you think of this competition?
It was really fun. It was very exciting. You missed all that.
We were coming down with the camera. So what was your best seller?
I sold so many different things. I sold the corn and tomatoes. That seemed to be popular.
Okay, and did you notice a pattern? Were the chefs all choosing the same things or different things?
Different things. Yeah, and they were being creative with color and.
So we'll all be eating our veggies and following the food pyramid today?
I think so. Yeah, good idea. All right. You're welcome.
So this is Gretchen Kirchman at the West Lawn Market during the Western Montana Fair, and I've got Seth Boyd here. And Seth, you did a lot of logistical planning in this. Tell me a little bit about the layout and what you worked on over the last few weeks.
I basically worked with local businesses, local craft vendors, local nonprofits, and basically set up all the vendors in the West Lawn Market, a lot of the educational vendors as well, and basically all the groundwork, getting them here, getting them lined up, and getting them situated.
That'd be great. All right, thank you so much, Seth. I've got two special guests with me, and they have been committee members since the beginning of this. So I've got on my left, Andrea Holland. Andrea, what do you think about the Westland Market?
I am so thrilled and excited all day. There's been so many requests about where's the West Lawn, and just everybody being over here, being festive, just so much enthusiasm. We're really pleased.
So Andrea and I met back in March, and we talked about the concept, and I wanted to bring local grilling and a locavore competition to the fair, and Andrea knew what the SBC was doing, and she really brought all of us together. So I give you lots of credit for getting this committee formed to do this. What do you think about the chef over here if we look over to our left? We've got corn and tomatoes. We're kind of getting a sneak peek on this area. It looks like Brooke's doing some judging.
I actually saw someone down the way that was planning on connecting cantaloupe with beef, and they're coming up with such creative ideas, and we're just really excited to see what they come up with and what the judges find. Lots of great creativity going on here.
I think it's going to be a really tough judging competition. Okay, over here I have got Edamo, Missoula, and they did a demonstration earlier on the stage today, didn't you?
We just did a preservation through fermentation workshop. So think about sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt is fermented, all of those kinds of things.
Good deal. And she's also been one of the committee members from the beginning, so we thank you for your input. What do you think about today?
Well, the weather couldn't be better, and the turnout is amazing. People have been at the workshops and looking at the local vendors, and now we are in the hot spot of all of the chefs and grills.
Okay, so how are we doing on our time? Because they have from 2 to 3:30 for this. So what are we looking at for our time? Let's check out our...
6. We got 4 minutes to 2:30, you said?
No, till 3:30. So we have another hour and 4 minutes of doing this.
Okay, that's a good thing.
That'd be good.
We better whoop these
Oh,
boys.
yeah.
Raw beef.
Where's the cowbell? Sound the alarm!
It works so well with the theme. I heard it through the bovine to have the Montana Cattle Company come in with their beef. But I did hear some of the judges were a little surprised at the cuts they got. Have you heard anything from the judges or the contestants?
You know, I have not, actually. We've been running around putting so many great things together today that we haven't had the opportunity to check that out yet. But I know that Michael had some very special cuts selected.
Good deal. Okay, we're going to go check in with some of the other grillers. Anything else you want to say?
Woohoo!
I think this is Abe over here is working on stuff. He's got Shane Klaus helping him. They have certainly made it look very appealing and pretty. So what do we have going on right now?
Right now I'm rendering this fat down. I'm going to use it to saute. We're going to make kind of like a salsa with the beef over there, some of the beef. We got corn, we got tomatoes. Then we're going to stuff these morels with them and then saute those. That's going to be one of our side dishes. We're also got some potatoes going on. We're going to make a couple galettes. And we've got the steak, which I'm marinating in my coffee from this morning, along with...
Oh, that was a good competition. Did you try the coffee first or just dump it in there?
It was a beautiful espresso from Loose Caboose. They told me it was going to be the farmer's market, and they're always there, so I figured that was okay.
So what's it like to be using local ingredients when you're cooking?
I try to use local ingredients at my restaurant, and so I'm very familiar with them. I go down to the market every Saturday morning, so you'll see me there if you're ever there. And it's a joy to be able to have that luxury here in town. I wish it could go year-round, but...
That would be wonderful. Okay, so when you are not on the West Lawn Market during the Western Montana Fair, where are you cooking at?
I am the chef and owner of the Silk Road Restaurant. We just opened up May 1st. We're at 515 South Higgins. And we've been doing really well. We have a tapas-style restaurant, and we serve food from all over the world. We call it a global tasting experience.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Okay, we're going to check back in with you a little later.
Okay.
We have got an incredible crowd here of people that are lining up with all of the judges and the chefs and the sous chefs and just a great crowd over here. So let's go check in with a few more. I see Commissioner Lindquist is over there working hard.
Down, we're going to dump some water in it. Basically, it's going to be our sauce.
What is that, pear? Or cantaloupe? Or cantaloupe, right?
It's a white flesh melon.
That's kind of true, sure. Yeah. That makes sense. And then when you give them that kind of experience at a very young age, they just come to expect it. Okay, we got some basil stems, we got garlic, you already got garlic.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Put all those ingredients into these.
Cheers. So what you have there?
This is a globe eggplant and patty pan squash. It's for our, we've got a summer vegetable beef salad with roasted cut corn and tomato coulis.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir. This is for, we're gonna have a Montana beef and Dixon Crenshaw melon kebab with an apricot jalapeno jelly. Move on to here. I've got steak tartare with serrano peppers and lemon cucumber. The beef is all trimmed out and it's chilling right now. Brings us over to the main event. We've got a charred Walla Walla onion and lingonberry stuffed rib eye roulade. It's gonna be served with a lingonberry pan jus. And then this is the beef for the salad.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Love it.
Make a sauce at the end, or I'll puree. I've got a blender with the roasted, the grilled tomato, and I've got some of the lardon here. Matter of fact, that gives me a great idea. Why don't I actually make lardon cubes? It's like a crouton, but made out of lard. Thank you for that great idea. You're amazing, cameraman. This cutting board's from the Green Light down on Alder Street. It's a renewable, sustainable accoutrement boutique.
Oh, come on, you should get extra points just for that. That's cool. Plus, he's got a compost bin. Does everybody have a compost bin?
Yeah, we're composting all our waste.
Well, I'm going to saute. Up. What was it I was going to saute up? Genevieve?
That would be a good question.
Is it the garlic for the...
No. I had something in mind, specifically in mind, that I had to do early in the go.
Sounds like you're having trouble keeping everything straight.
No, I'm just trying to remember. I had one thing that I wanted to do ahead of time.
Is it any of the peppers?
No. What was it I wanted to do? Oh, render the meat.
That's right.
Perfect.
That's why it's hard.
We're going to render some meat to allow the juices to make a sauce to go as a complement to it, and it's the last secret that I haven't told anybody yet, but I'm gonna let you guys in on it. We're doing a huckleberry, green onion, and garlic sauce to go with this.
Huckleberry, garlic.
Green onion and garlic.
Oh, green onion and garlic.
Oh, will that be good?
I have high hopes.
I have high hopes too. But you know, I'm always shot over my head. And so far, I've gotten away with most of it. So basically, I'm just going to cook this fat down as much as it'll cook down, and the beef flavor will be rendered into the, and then when I add the other ingredients to this, it'll have that great beef flavor, and then I'm going to mix that with the huckleberries in the end, and let that whole thing cook down, and yow. Did I mention yow?
This booth is just the brightest booth out of them all. You always got to readjust. So the tomatoes.
These beautiful guys.
We got some scallions going on here. We've got some Thai purple basil, some Italian flat leaf parsley, some good Montana morel mushrooms, and some garlic, cayenne pepper, and radishes. A cornucopia of veggies. Only the best for the Silk Road, right?
That's right.
He's got a couple of different things going on. So he's rendering some fat down and a little bit of meat to use as a flavoring. And then I'm not sure what he's got. It looks like he's got some kind of a baste or a topping in his big cast iron skillet.
What all do you have in the wok there? In the wok, we've got onions, garlic, a little bit of the beef fat. We got fresh grilled corn, scallions, tomatoes, and a lot of the beef that we just diced up. We're making a nice little, it's almost like a filling to an empanada or something, you know? But we're gonna stuff morels with it today.
What's your...
Having fun?
Oh, I'm having a blast. Perfect day for barbecuing, and there's a ton of people out here. I wasn't expecting this many people. This is a great turnout. Up.
Those are probably good though.
Okay, I'll grab my plate.
If this were an Irish cook-off, the wind would be at our back.
Well, we're making two different sauces. We're gonna do a cantaloupe purple basil sauce. We're gonna do a cherry dill sauce.
What do you want me to do with these? Nope. The onions.
Onions are fine.
Okay. Do you need this?
No.
What you doing, Chef?
I am getting these eggplants ready to be diced up for stuffing for some peppers that we roasted off.
You're stuffing peppers?
I am. Or she is. One of us is. I'm not sure yet.
What all's going to end up into the peppers?
Well, we're going to do a mixture of the vegetables that we got from the market. We're going to do a bunch of the fresh herbs, like oil, salt, and pepper. Pretty much everything they gave us to work with, we're going to put in there. So.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. That sounds good.
What are you doing with the corn?
I'm gonna puree it, and then I'm gonna use it as kind of a base to serve my steaks on.
Have you ever made this before?
Not this particular dish, but I've pureed corn before.
Yeah, I believe they are squash.
Take some of the skin off. It's been grilled and then just kind of steaming in its own juice here.
Close to it.
And for the cattle guys, you know, rub it around a little bit in some of that beautiful, delicious fat, steak fat. Thank you guys. I'm gonna puree the tomato. It's gonna be one of the base sauces for one of the dishes. Maybe I'll emulsify that with olive oil.
I came out of that same area. What's the olive oil do for it?
It just gives it a little bit of body. Kind of like a salad dressing. The acid of the tomato, and they didn't give us vinegar. Season that up a little bit. Smell something done behind me. This is for my grilled summer vegetable steak salad.
What is it for?
It's that the grilled summer vegetable steak salad with eggplants, cut corn, beef, obviously.
I am slicing tomatoes into little tiny pieces.
Technical term, I'd presume.
Yes. I'm supposed to go as thin as I can without damaging them and then put them in the pan back in their original shape. So that's what I'm trying to do.
That's going to be the accoutrement or the side of our steak tartare. That we're also going to use this lemon, cucumber, and radish with.
What are the little berry-looking deals here?
Lingonberries. And I don't know anything about them except for I tried one and they're tart. And they're local.
And did you do all the carrots there?
I did. We're not going to use these. These are like the rejects, but or the pieces we don't need. But I made this lovely pile.
It looks very nice.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy I didn't shed any blood. So
Don't
far.
say blood.
Yes, don't say blood. Knock on something.
Huckleberries?
Huckleberries are in that bowl right there.
What else is in there?
Green onions, garlic, and a little bit of lime juice. Some salt and pepper yet to go in.
And did you stew that for a moment, or?
Sauteed it, and then added the lime juice at the end to give it the liquid texture and to break down the berries a little bit more.
Filling those peppers.
Those morels? They sure are. Monster, not that shit. I'd like to know where they found them this time. Where they harvest those. You guys that man right there?
That's super secret. You know what? We need to put these in the ice.
Just like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Sous Chef, how's it going?
It's going great.
What you doing?
A roulade. So we're gonna take our beef and fill it with roasted pepper, a roasted onion, and some basil, and then roll it on over.
What is that right there that you just put in there?
Basil.
Is that basil?
Dill.
I was gonna
Dill.
say.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
Season the outside. So we can pepper this side. We want to use some
salt.
So where's the goddamn buffet?
And then flip them over into
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cantaloupe purple basil.
Half hour! Grillers, you have a half.
This is Gretchen Kirchman here at the West Lawn Market during the Western Montana Fair, and I have one of our celebrity judges here, Commissioner Curtis, and Michael Donahue was just kind of telling you what you're going to be looking for. So I understand that we're looking for tenderness, taste, and appearance. Any last minute tips you want to give our judge?
Well, basically I wanted to make sure that you know, if you haven't done a lot of these competitions, these guys are amazing. And don't give them a 10 on the first one you see, because they're all going to be awesome. So kind of take the best thing that you've ever experienced in your life and use that as your template to rate this plate, because you're not going to see anything like this. I can't believe what they're doing with cantaloupes and stuff with steak. It's just amazing. So don't get waylaid by the first one you see.
Cool. Okay, so what are some of the favorite things that you like to eat, and we'll know who maybe is making the right dish for you.
Oh, I like beef any way you do it. So that'll be good for me.
Well, I noticed one of our teams over here is doing a Southwest style dish, and somebody else is using cantaloupe and raspberry. So what are you going to be looking for when it comes to appearance?
Well, I think you just kind of look at the presentation and see if it invites you in.
So I noticed that a lot of them were using colors. So I was kind of thinking they had learned their food pyramid and they saw the colors presentation and were kind of eating our colors here. And I'm wondering if they're going to get fancy and drizzle sauces over top of some of that stuff. So anybody you're pulling for? We have another commissioner on a team over there. Does she get extra points or advantages?
No. Actually, I haven't even looked over there to see who's cooking, so I'll just wait. It'll be the surprise. for
Good
me.
deal. Thank you so much. And real quick, what do you think of the West Lawn Market?
Oh, this is really nice. I like this, and the kids over here are having a great time playing in the clown area too. But this is really nice.
Something for parents, something for kids, something for everyone. Come on out to the Western Montana Fair.
What's that? Thank you.
You tell me to stir them.
This is for our roulade set at the end there. Our roulade set. This is for the last, the big one. Okay. Sorry.
Parsley and the basil together.
The sous chef, what's in there?
A medley of hot peppers, some tomatoes, some fresh, what else is in there?
There's
We
a
got
garlic,
zucchini.
onion, 2 types of squash, the pepper medley.
Yeah.
Fried green tomatoes?
Something like that. Minus the fried. Grilled green tomatoes. I'm using these to make a hot potato salad to accompany the steaks. So I'm going to interlace these with some grilled red potato slices.
I've never used green tomatoes. Are they pretty easy to...
They're different. You can't really think of them as tomatoes. You can. They're just basically unripe tomatoes. So they're a lot firmer, and they're a little acidic, a little more acidic than red tomatoes. They don't have that natural sweetness that comes once a tomato ripens. But cooking them with them is really, really good, especially doing something like this.
So after you grill them, can you just eat them like that?
Yeah. You can eat them raw too, but they're just brings out a little bit of the sugar and the sweetness and get some of that caramelization on them.
We got a cherry sauce and a purple basil sauce. And then we're gonna do a salad, and we're gonna do a stacked ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Kind of like the mouse?
Kind of like the mouse. So.
Were you surprised by the cut of meat?
I knew it'd be a nice cut of meat. I wasn't sure exactly what kind of cut it would be.
Did you have to alter your plans?
No, it was so much meat we actually added another course. I was surprised how much meat it actually was.
4 pounds altogether, huh?
Yeah.
4 pounds? Wow.
60 quarter-pounders.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for me.
I have Scott Meter, the fair manager here, and this is the first time you had a chance to come over and check out the West Lawn Market today, so tell me what you think.
Oh, it's a huge success. Look at the people standing around. I don't know if you can see that on the back of the camera or not, but I'd say, a few hundred people just coming and going, watching the grilling competition. Some awesome dishes back here. My gosh, if you can get a shot at some of that stuff, it's just fantastic.
So are you thinking you wish you would have been one of our celebrity judges now that you're seeing the dishes?
Oh, I wish I could have been, but with all that rain, we're playing catch up right now. We're getting ready for the Bolorama tonight, Bitterroot Motors Bolorama. So got quite a bit of work to do in the arena, but we'll be ready for everybody tonight. So maybe next year.
Thank you. I'm standing here with Michael Donahue with Montana Cattle Company, and he is in charge of the judges and telling them how to judge, looking for taste, tenderness, appearance. What are some other tips you gave him today?
Well, what we're looking for is we're looking for general appearance, taste, and use of, you've heard it before, the secret ingredient. Being a grilling competition, we gave them 2 cuts of really fine local grass-fed beef. And what we are going to do is we're going to make sure that that's present, and we don't want them to go overboard with some recipe that they brought from their restaurant and lose that beef flavor. So that's got to be there. That's part of it. So we're going for use of the beef, the taste, of course, and the appearance of the dish as a whole. Basically what we're going to be doing is it's a 1 to 10 score off of each of the different categories. So a total of 30 points possible, and we'll see who the winner is. They're all amazing, so I don't know who's going to
And
win.
we've got some celebrity judges. We've got
Yes.
Commissioner Gene Curtis is out here.
Yep.
We got Skip Cleat from Montana Cattle Company.
Absolutely. We've got my notes here. I don't have the judges. I don't have them.
All right, here we are. We got 10 minutes left. What are you waiting on?
All I'm doing right now is cooking some steaks. I've got everything else ready to go, just kind of waiting to put it all together.
See ya. Thank you. Okay, what did you think? Your job? 10 minutes countdown?
I think this was a ton of fun. I'd love to do it again. This guy's amazing, what he can do with $25. I tried to feed my family on $25. It'd be mac and cheese.
Thank you, John. Good job. Okay, we're going to check in next with Commissioner Landquist over here. Ooh, that is beautiful. Did you put that together?
Well, it was a team effort, obviously.
Good deal. So 10 minutes. What else do we have to do in 10 minutes?
Oh, we're gonna plate the plate, chop the meat, cut the meat, slice the meat, and plate it, and we're done. We're ready to go.
All right. Thank you so much. These are gorgeous. Stuffed peppers?
Yes, they are. Would you like a taste of the stuffing? It's eggplant stuffing.
Ooh, can I take a taste of it?
Yes. Oh, yes. It's very good.
Oh, I am grateful.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be a judge now. I want to be a judge. Thank you so much. Okay.
Where do they sign up to?
Oh, the presentation's coming together. It is beautiful. Last finishing details. What do you think of this, Leslie?
I love it. I love it. I'm having fun.
This is amazing. Todd, this is gorgeous. What do you call this?
This is our first course. This is our salad. It's got a cantaloupe, heirloom tomato, dill vinaigrette, and medallions of beef. And now we're gonna do our second course.
Wow, that's incredible. Here, Shane, look at this. This is impressive. Beautiful, beautiful. Did you come up with this?
Yes. Yes, I did. I'm making it up as I go.
Ooh, now we have edible flowers being added to it. Gorgeous. What
We
do you
do.
call this dish?
We call it beef with flathead cherries.
Okay, so I'm curious. Can you write a country song about this experience?
You know, I think I could.
Okay, good deal. So we will look forward to that next year, right?
Next year. It'll be coming out sometime in August next year, right around fair time.
Perfect. Okay, but we're gonna peek in. Tell us what you're doing.
Well, we've got just kind of the classic Italian basil and tomato around the outside, and we've got kind of a huckleberry garlic chutney that we're going to use that we cooked our morels with. And then we've
Can I
got-
have a taste? It looks so good. No, I'm just kidding. It looks so good. It looks so good.
And then kind of a pico de gallo style that has tomato, basil, garlic, green onions, eggplant, a little bit of lime, some salt and pepper. And then over here we've got some vegetable medley that's got zucchini, a couple of different kind of squashes, some tomatoes, and several different varieties of hot pepper.
Good deal.
And then we've got some roasted baby carrots here.
Okay, I gotta go get Bobby really quick. I gotta get the final details of what you are doing. Look at this grill. Everything is coming together. It's beautiful. I bet we're working on about 8 minutes right now.
Oh yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Perfect.
Is that perfect?
Yeah,
Good deal. Camera's on that side.
Hi. Yeah, everything's coming together perfectly. I got my steaks are seared. I'm gonna flip them real quick, brown the side.
Do you want me to drizzle this so that we get a clean pull when they come off?
No, they'll be all right.
Okay.
They'll be okay.
It'll be gorgeous. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, you're very welcome. You know, I want to trim that fat though, Jen.
Okay, let's come on over here and check out what our other competition is doing.
Hey, I've already started plating here.
Wow, that is beautiful. Look at this. Okay, so walk us through this really quick.
Okay, wait, we're not done garnishing yet.
Oh, we gotta wait for the garnishing. It's gorgeous. I really want to be a judge at this point.
Yeah. We've got a lingonberry chard,
let me
walla
get it.
walla onion, garlic, carrot, beef ribeye roulade. It's a stuffed roulade cooked medium rare. Then we have a grilled tomato coulis with roasted corn, patty pan squash, and globe eggplant. Here we have a beef kebab with Montana Crenshaw melon and jalapeno apricot jelly. We got a beef tartare with radish, serrano pepper, Hungarian hot wax tomato, hot wax pepper, heirloom tomato, and some lardons that we fried off of some of the trim. So we've got 4 courses, raw, medium rare, fresh, salad. And now we're just gonna go back through. Any flowers left? When I told the judges what we were planning, they said very ambitious, and an hour and a half's a lot of time. So we did it, and we're done. We're done.
Thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure.
It's
Thank you to the Cattlemen's Association. Thank you to the Cattlemen's Association and all the Montana steer.
Bonnie Lee from Missoula.
From Missoula. How did you hear about the Westlawn Market today?
Just in the newspaper.
In the newspaper. Came to the fair. Was this one of the highlights that you were coming to see?
Absolutely.
So have you stood at this table the whole time? Or
I have.
You've watched
I've
it
been at this table the whole time. My husband's been cruising the others, but I've been here.
Good to do this. All right, we've got a 2-minute warning. We're going to head over to the stage to see who our winner is of the Cast Iron Chef.
Skip Cleek, Montana Food Products. Looking for use of the market ingredients.
Tim Hodges, catering chef, University of Montana. Looking forward to trying the different utilization of all local products.
I'm going to pass it.
Stacy Mueller, the publisher of the Missoulian, and I'm just looking for a good tasting and good looking product, and I'm excited to see what they've been able to come up with based on the fresh produce here.
Jean Curtis, County Commissioner. I'm looking for a good presentation and a wonderful taste and use of the local products.
Larry Evans, and I'm looking for some forward to the food.
Debbie St. Dennis, and I am just visiting from out of state, and I'm just kind of one of the crowd looking for some good food, that's all.
Dave St. Dennis, just the use of the local food, I guess, the produce.
So we have the name and who they represent.
Okay.
I made this with Eunice like an hour ago. I ran in there.
Michael, are you going to walk the crowd through what you're doing so they understand it? So we'll 42 copies. Thank you. Huh? 42 copies. Good. You think so? Do the stall because we need copies coming from the office right now. So we need you to.
Copies coming from the office.
What about this being unlocked?
All right, let's get this started. I'm going to have our first chef and celebrity sous chef come up. Bob Marshall, can you bring your sous chef up, please? Why don't you tell us a little bit about
This is Amy Martin. She's a singer-songwriter and youth development coordinator here in Missoula. She's wonderful. My name's Bob Marshall. I'm a homeowner, Missoulian of 19 years, father, and restaurateur / Pizziolo. I have a Biga Pizza down on 241 West Main Street. We use as much. This is kind of my shtick here, running around gathering, local organic ingredients and trying to make specials out of it. So I'm a natural-born scrambler. I use all my flour comes from Fort Benton, Montana. It's organic. They bring it right to our doorstep. And I love this town. I love this community. And thank you to everyone who put this on. It's a lot of work. Everything looks really smooth and organized. You don't realize how much work went into it. But a little. Thanks, guys. Pretty much. So without further ado, let's get this thing rolling, right?
All right. Thank you. By the way, my name's Michael Donahue with the Montana Cattle Company. Didn't introduce myself. One of the things I noticed, everyone had a cantaloupe over there. How many of you have ever used cantaloupe when you cook beef? That's the same thing. I didn't have my hand up either, just these guys. So, by the reactions of the judges, I think we're all going to try a little cantaloupe with our bovine the next time we indulge.
Okay, so for our starter, we have, we started with a grilled kebab with Crenshaw melon, grilled kebab, and apricot jalapeno jelly that we got at one of the booths here. The second course is a take on tartare. I used the center pieces of the ribeye and hand minced it with some Walla Walla onions, serrano pepper, and a little bit of the tomato. I took a little bit of the tomato coulis recipe that you're going to hear about for the next dish. And I just used that as a binder because typically you use egg yolk and there were no eggs in the basket. So I used a little bit of that emulsification coulis to help bind everything. And that's served with a sliced heirloom tomato and some sliced radish, and then I reserved the fat off the side of the ribeye, and I fried them into little lardons to cut some of the heat from the pepper to balance it out. So I used some of that, some of the fat for that. The next is a grilled summer vegetable beef salad, where I got clove eggplant, patty pan squash, and I sliced on the horizontal the patty pan and the eggplant, grilled a piece of beef medium rare, and then I layered it together with some basil, and that's sitting on the tomato coulis, which is a whole roasted tomato, a whole grilled tomato, that I then let sweat, pulled the skin off, and I pureed it, and that's sitting on some cut grilled corn, which I just grilled the ears of corn, shaved it off. So it's the grilled corn, the tomato coulis, and then it's got the stack of grilled steak summer vegetable salad. And then the main event is a roulade. I took a piece of ribeye and butterflied it out, pounded it out, and I sauteed charred Walla Walla onion and garlic. I stuffed it, trussed it, grilled the whole thing medium rare, let that rest, and then I sliced that into medallions. And while it was resting, I took the pan juice that was from the. Anytime you grill meat, you want to let it rest for a little while to redistribute the juices. And as a result, some of it comes out into the pan. I put that back in a saute pan with lingonberries and cooked that into a lingonberry jus. And that's on the plate with some shaved fresh carrots. So the fresh carrots kind of cut the fat of the whole thing and the tartness of the berries. And then everything's garnished with edible flowers and basil sprigs from Paul over there. Thank you.
Bobby Filet. Okay. Anyhow, I was a chef here in Missoula for 25 years. Had Zamorino's Red Pies over Montana. Green Mountain Cafe for about 10 years, and then I had a restaurant in Arley for a couple of years. I got lured away by Lambros to sell commercial real estate, and I actually think it was time to pass the mantle on to the youngers until it came time to do something like this, because I still like to cook. And, I figured I'd throw in and see if I could put some good food out there, and oddly enough, I think we did a good job. Win, lose, or draw, I gotta tell you, this was a blast, and I appreciate everybody for supporting. I think this is a great thing. My assistant was Genevieve King, whose dad I play music with, and I've actually known her since she was a little girl. It's amazing that I got to have her by my side doing this meeting. It was great. Thank you. We did a classic Montana beef platter using some great Montana ingredients. I rendered the fat from the outside of the steaks and used it to roll the vegetables in before I sauteed them, the ones that were sauteed, and we added a little bit of the rendered fat also to the, basically what we did was we sauteed some zucchini, tomatoes, onions, garlic, and a medley of peppers, both sweet and hot. And then I also made a pico de gallo with eggplant, tomato, some onions and garlic, green onion and garlic, and we used a little bit of rendered beef fat and some lime juice. And then the steaks we rubbed with grated radish, onion, and garlic, and then a little salt and pepper. We did that as our rub. And then from the top of the steaks, we took some morel mushrooms, and on the side of the morel mushrooms, I sauteed some green onion and garlic and huckleberries. And then we were able to take the mushrooms and dip them in the huckleberry sauce as it started to gel. Put a little bit, I used the beef stock, by the way, to saute. And then we got a nice purple color to the morels. So the morels have a beautiful purple, and then we added a little bit of the berry sauce alongside of the steaks, which are done to a medium, or were at least when we started. I don't know if it's been sitting for a bit, so that's where it is.
Outstanding, Chef. Thank you.
My name is Leslie Furness. I'm originally from Frenchtown, and I, in January, was crowned Miss Rodeo Montana. So as you can see, I do a lot of events other than the rodeos, just promoting agriculture, which is a huge part of what we saw today. and the Western way of life. I'd like to invite you all to come tonight. We have a bull riding at 7 o'clock. Ticket prices are from between $10 and $16, and it's an open rodeo, so it's not a PBR event, which means we may have more local competitors. So I welcome you all to that. Just a few of my jobs as Miss Rodeo Montana. I do a lot of public speaking. I go around to schools and do motivational speaking. As well, at rodeos, I help clear cattle out of the arena, help with the grand entry. That's what I'll be doing tonight at the bull riding, excuse me. And I also put on kiddie rodeos around the state. So that's a little bit about me. I'm sure I'll be talking more on the breaks, but if anybody has any questions about the rodeo or what's going on, just come and ask me. We have a performance on Friday evening, professional rodeo, and a performance on Saturday in the afternoon and one Saturday evening. So I welcome you all to come. Thank you.
My name is Abraham Rusho. I am one of the owners and the chef over at the new Silk Road Restaurant and Catering. We got Sam, my brother, and his wife Elise over there. We're all partners together. We just opened up a business and we're having a great time with that. We have a top of the style restaurant. There's one. We are located at 515 South Higgins, where the old Rich Pizza or the 515 used to be. Or the Lily. The hip strip. So, now we're talking about the food now.
My name's Shane Klaus, and besides being an entertainer, I also run my family's farm that's been here since 1955, which is more commonly known as Pink Grizzly. So we also close to the sustainability. I'm the third generation of my family that's sustaining the farm. And now Missoula has completely encompassed our little farm, but we're still staying strong and still keeping something green right in the middle of town. So thank you for being here today, because you support me and my family.
We have some, obviously, those are some beautiful, giant gold morels that were very fresh.
We're taking it out.
And what we got inside of these morels is we took our soy onions and we sauteed that with some onions and garlic. We rendered the beef fat down, cooked that in there as well with a little bit of olive oil, and we grilled some corn right on the grill there, get that nice char flavor to it. And then we added a lot of fresh tomatoes. And the tomatoes are absolutely ripe right now. They're so delicious. And it made this beautiful sauce, a little bit of fresh cayenne in there. Stuff them with some morels and then grill them again. And that's pretty much it. So, our chef morels. Next up, if we had been gifted flour, I would have made this with pasta. But as it were, there's no flour vendors on the farmer's market today. Here in Montana, we can that. But what we have here instead is we have a roasted Japanese eggplant, sauteed with some beef, julienne beef, and gold sun-blush tomatoes, and purple basil. And it's finished with a little makalab, which is the pit of the black cherry ground up fine. So it's got a little bit of that curry thing going on there. Next up, we have our steak au poivre, seasoned with a lot of black pepper, so it's got a really spicy thing going on. And we complemented that with a black cherry salsa with radish and scallion. And our final course, we have our steak again. We tied it, thank you. We tied it and then we marinated it in a little bit of espresso, onions, a little bit of chilies, some more basil stems. We let that marinate as long as we could under the time constraints, you know. And then we slow roasted that over the grill until it got to a nice medium rare, let it rest for about 10 minutes, and then sliced it open. Those things in the center there, that's a Yukon Gold potato galette. Those are crisped up. Everything that we cooked today actually was done in cast iron or on the grill. I thought that was kind of cool. The sauce on top, we took the marinade, we reduced that down, turned it into almost a syrup, and then poured it over the top. So there we are. A little bit of fresh rosemary and lavender in there as well. We also got two more items that have nothing to do with beef, but I figured it was a hot day and we needed something to cool off with. So I made up a little bit of huckleberry ice cream. And we have fresh melon and apricot. A little bit of a palate cleanser. Great job, sir.
Although it is all about the beef, and the Huckleberry ice cream was a nice ploy for points, but it ain't gonna work.
We had to. This is Leslie. She was my celebrity sous chef.
I'm not Jill Valley. I'm subbing for Jill Valley. So if you think I look a lot different on TV, I'm not Jill.
So I think that's it. We're ready to... Okay, the first dish we did was a salad with heirloom cucumbers, the heirloom lemon cucumbers, and the heirloom tomatoes. We made an heirloom tomato cantaloupe dill vinaigrette, and then we seared some little pieces of tenderloin off to serve with it. The second dish we did was a roulade, and we stuffed them with fresh dill, grilled onions, and kind of a spicy pepper. And then we served that with a cantaloupe purple basil sauce. When we did, I didn't want to mess with the beef. It was such a nice piece of beef, so we just cut it and grilled it. And then we did a grilled ratatouille with the heirloom vegetables from the market, and grilled Yukon golden potatoes with a cherry sauce.
Anytime we have a supper club or anytime we have an event, a catering event, it takes half of our time is going out and actually finding the farmer, bringing the stuff back and using it in the kitchen. And for anybody that's out here that has actually talked with one of our local guys that gives us so much awesome stuff, not only is it a good place to get food, it's also a great place to have a conversation. As anybody that's talked to Mr. Evans behind me can attest to, there's a bunch of good people around here. So I feel really blessed that there's such a turnout for things like this in Missoula, and keep it going so we can keep this thing going strong in the valley.
And I should be saying,
You should introduce yourself.
Michelle Landquist. I was fortunate enough to work with Jeremy today. I'm the newestly elected county commissioner, so as an extra special gift for me to be here today doing something so near and dear to my heart, because I'm also a farmer. I raise sheep. I've been raising our own fruits and vegetables for almost 30 years since we've lived down in Lolo, and I'm so glad to see the local food organizations coming together, getting stronger and stronger. And it was just an awesome thing for me to cook with Jeremy today and see so many people asking questions about what we were doing and where we got the food, and they were going to go get some too, and the enthusiasm behind this, saying, there's the one lady, we were letting her taste things along the way, and she's like, oh, where do I sign up to be a judge next year, you know? And she's really liking the smells and the flavors, and just, you know, so many people giving us compliments along the way, that this is just an extra thrill. And I'm sure that this is not going to be the first and only event like this that we have. I'm sure that this will carry on the tradition, as what was explained earlier. Years ago, that's what the fair was all about, was the farmers and the consumers getting together and learning who each other was and where they can get food locally, and sharing what they're growing and how they're going about doing it and competing against each other. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who helped put this on, and I hope you'll give them an extra round of applause.
So we have a couple dishes. We did a salad, we did a steak. You come to dinner in Montana, it's pretty straightforward. So we're trying to follow through on that. The first thing we did, the salad. Guys selling Dixon melons. Short time to get those, get them while you can. A little bit of grill, a little bit of smoke to put some extra color on them, but still kept them firm so they didn't fall apart when we cut them. Top that off with some of the nice radishes and carrots that we got from the market over there. We made a little huckleberry vinaigrette out of huckleberries and whatnot that we could find. Smoked the steak to add some extra flavor to it, and then finished it in a really hot cast iron pan, as it is the cast iron chef competition. And rested it out and seared it up and used the juices for the next dish, actually.
And what's the next dish?
The next dish is a super high sear on, again, the cut of steak, and we took some Hungarian hot wax peppers, smoked them, took the skin off them, made some smoked eggplant and smoked spring onion stuffing, parsley, basil, onion, and then topped it all with a little we decided to call it market sauce just based on what we had to work with, which is carrots and onions and some oil and some of the pan drippings from the beef.
Outstanding.
Hi, my name is Jacob Osborne. My celebrity sous chef today was John Clout. He was a great help, no matter what anybody else said. He did a great job. I've been a Missoulian and a Montanan for about half my life. I spent the early years growing up in New Mexico, and I tried to make my food represent that tonight. I'm the chef, or the sous chef at the Holiday Inn, which encompasses the Brooks and Brown's bar, our catering and banquet, and also the Riverbend restaurant. Yeah.
Who's this guy?
This is John from Mountain FM. He's representing Mountain FM radio station. Kept us all entertained while we were cooking.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at this thing. This looks like it was put on a satellite dish, so it's huge. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna let him talk about it.
All right, so what I did is, like I said, I'm a Southwestern boy and a Montana boy, both about half. So I used some great Montana ingredients that we all have available to us every single week throughout the summer. And I used some Southwestern techniques that I learned growing up in New Mexico. So what I did is, first I cut some red potatoes and some underripe green tomatoes, and I grilled them to make a warm potato salad. I kind of wanted to stay within the tradition of what you would see at a barbecue in New Mexico. So I did that, and then I took some ears of corn and I grilled those, and I pureed them down into kind of a mash to kind of accompany the steak. And with the steak, what I did is I cut it into steaks individually, and I used some of Montana Cattle Company's Missouri River rub. Yeah! Which is excellent, superb, by the way. I don't know if that's going to get me any points or not. And I just quickly grilled those off right in the last 10 minutes and laid them over the corn puree. And then on top of that, I did an heirloom tomato pico de gallo with some roasted Anaheim chilies. And as an intermezzo between the potato salad and the steak, I made a fruit salad with some fresh raspberries and some white flesh melons. And as a dressing for that, I used some raspberry chipotle jam, which is nice and sweet and raspberry, but it has a nice smoky, a little bit of spicy kick from the chipotles as well. So hopefully you all enjoy.
Each chef could only score a possible perfect score of 180, okay? And every score is easily within 16 points of each other. But I am definitely gonna announce the winner right now, and could I have Mr. and the sous chef of Mr. Jacob Osborne come to the front, please. 100.